It's the Sadie Cam. Say hi, Sadie. Hi. Hi, everybody. That's my puppy, Sadie. Hi, Sadie. Say hi to the Sadie Cam. Yay. Hi, everyone. So, Torah doesn't have to be all learning and praying. Torah can be fun and engaging. I was talking with a colleague the other day who said it's a Jewish event if Jews show up and are participating in it. Hello, Leo. Hello, Guy. How you doing? Good to see you all. So, how do you have social events in a multi-access kind of setup? How do you do it? It's not easy. That's what we're going to talk about today. So let me just start with what I said before. This is not easy. What we're talking about is in a multi-access event. So a hybrid event where you have some folks on site, some folks online. How do you create a sense of community in a fun way where the people who are on site can engage with the people who are online? So this question has actually come up to me a couple of different times from two different organizations, and we've talked through some different possibilities. And I want to give you one of those examples, one of the events that they were planning as an example. So the event was they were doing a rooftop sort of bar kind of schmooze thing. There was going to be a formal aspect to the program when people who were online could watch and participate in the program in that way, and the folks on site would also be able to do so. But this was sort of the cocktail hour part of the program. How can we, when we have folks on site, also engage with people who are not able to join us, but who want to be there and who are online? I shouldn't say not able to join us on site, but are very much joining us online. How do you do that? So I don't have any one answer, but I have a couple of suggestions and a couple of tips I want to share with you. The first suggestion is that you open a Zoom room and you create breakout rooms, and you put maybe, let's say you have 10 people. You open 5 breakout rooms. You put 2 people, 2 of your online participants in each of those breakout rooms. Then you set up iPads around your space. Separated apart, iPads around your space. Each of those iPads logged into the same meeting with a different account, and also each one joined to a different breakout room. Make sure that you have some earphones attached to that iPad, or if you really want to get fancy, you can get very directional speakers that you can put over above or off to the side, so that the people who will only hear the people in that Zoom room when they come close to that particular iPad. Again, either because they're popping some headphones on, although I'm not sure we want to be sharing headphones nowadays, or if you have a very directional speaker. And then people can come up to the iPads and interact with the folks who are in those Zoom rooms. I would also suggest that you have at least 1 or 2 dedicated people from your organization in the Zoom, popping in and out of those Zoom rooms to make sure that when someone isn't coming up and engaging with them, that they are feeling the love. The reason I would put 2 people in each room is so that they can engage with one another while, again, maybe there isn't someone from the on-site event visiting them. But what I wouldn't do is trust that people will just naturally gravitate to the iPads and engage with folks online, because I don't think they will. I think that our default is to engage with the people who are right in front of us physically. So I don't imagine that people will, if even given the opportunity, even invited to do so, would naturally walk up to an iPad and engage with people who are online. So here's the tip that I would suggest. As people arrive, as a part of your check-in process, have them rotating around to 1 or more of those iPads to check in with the people who are in those Zoom rooms as a part of their check-in process. So they come to the table. If you're doing name tags, they get their name tag. They check in. Hello. All right, your first stop is right over there at that iPad. We have 2 amazing people waiting to talk to you. Go say hello to them. And here's another tip, and this would make it even better, I think, is gamify it. So have you ever played those human bingo games, right? Where you get a bingo card and you have to find someone with X, you have to find someone who's done Y. Do a human bingo, but have in some of the squares say, find someone online who has X. Find someone on site who has Y. So that way you're not leaving it up to chance if people will walk around and engage with the folks in their Zoom rooms, but instead you're making it a part of the program. You're building into the very fundamentals of the program that people will go around and interact not just with the people who are on site, but also with the people who are online. Now, Leo, who is watching this right now, could probably tell you better than I, because I didn't watch the whole presentation, but I was just a part of a StreamYard presentation where there was an organization, and now I'm going to forget the name. I've forgotten the name of it, but you can look it up. And I'm sure there are a number of them that do this, that specifically for multi-access, or what they would call hybrid events, they have a system whereby you can send people physical items. Or you can send them a sort of a debit card, a prepaid debit card, where they can online order physical items to be delivered to their house. So if you're doing a cocktail hour, as the example that I was at first challenged with, maybe send people a cocktail mixer. Send the people who are at home a link to order online, or a debit card, or just send them the physical item, whatever it is, something that they can have that we also will have for those people who are on site, so that it's not just the interaction between people. That is without a doubt the most important aspect of this, but there's also a shared experience. The people who are at home are enjoying the same drink or the same hors d'oeuvre or the same whatever as the people who are on site are enjoying. And by the way, that human bingo, give that to the folks who are online also. So they can, maybe at a certain part of the program, they can jump around to different Zoom rooms and meet different people who are on Zoom and ask questions and try and find people so they can get their bingo. But then also have their card say you have to find someone on site who has these different characteristics. And so when people come up to the iPad, they can engage and try and win bingo also. None of this stuff is easy, especially when it comes to social interactions. By the way, if you're doing social interactions just online, so not in a hybrid scenario, there are alternatives to Zoom that will sometimes work. None of them are really fully baked. Engamio, gamified engagement and sponsorship solutions for virtual, hybrid, and in-person events. Thank you, Leo. Engamio. I'm going to look that up when we're done also. If you're doing something that's just online, there are alternatives. They're not fully baked yet. Spatial.chat, Wonder.me, that allow people a little more freedom. They're not stuck in a box. So you might want to be interested in checking some of those out. But if you're doing on a hybrid event, these are some of the ideas that I wanted to share with you. Hoppier, that's the one I was thinking of, Leo. Yeah, smart cards. Your remote attendees can order drinks, lunch, or gifts from their favorite local vendors right to their door. So Hoppier is the one I was thinking of. Thank you. I didn't remember the name. This is a really neat solution. Again, to allow the people who are online not only to engage with the people who are on site, but also to have a shared experience. If you're serving a certain drink on site, let them order that certain drink from their favorite restaurant at home. So I hope this has been helpful. It's difficult stuff, but it is doable. And the more and more technology is coming along that allows us to do this in more and more creative ways. It just takes a little out-of-the-box thinking to figure out how to do this. That's all I got for you this week, my friends. Next week, we're actually going to take a look at something really cool that I discovered, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? I think it was last week on Zoom Test Kitchen, how you can add a logo like this one or a lower third without any additional software natively right in Zoom. That'll be next week. And by the way, stay tuned, because the Synagogue Tech Forum is starting back up, formerly known for me for at least a couple weeks as Torah Tech Talk. But my good friend Leo Mindell and I are going to be starting that up again in just a couple of weeks on Thursdays at 3 o'clock, I believe is the plan. It's going to be fantastic with wonderful guests, wonderful panelists, and you who's coming to share great tech and great Torah. Bye, friends. I'll see you later. Have a good one.